Good morning, y'all, man. Lance Speaks back, man. Another one of these things, man. That Fever Sparks game was all that, man. Really was a good game. Obviously, the Fever is still without Caitlin Clark, right? So, think what you want about the game and think about how you could. I mean, we can imagine how she would affect it, whether it's positively or negatively. I have my questions, either way, because I felt like the Fever have been playing the best basketball I've seen them play over the last few years. So make that out what you want of it. And really, so far this year, they have not beaten the Sparks, So this was a continuation of that. And then also, they ran into the Sparks really at the wrong time. Right now, almost any team who runs into the Sparks, I believe, is like running into a buzzsaw. They're playing their best basketball at the right time, gelling at the time you want to gel. And I got them getting into the playoffs. Now, mind you, I've said this about other teams because there are ebb and flows to a season, and similar things is happening right now in Phoenix. Phoenix is like really and struggling. Also, you can look at the Seattle Storm, who had a similar type of, situation where, you're hot and then, you might go through a lull. These things happen. So that's not to say that the Sparks can't go through that. But right now, man, they are really looking good, man. And last night was no exception. The first quarter was crazy. There were almost like 7 different lead changes. I mean, they were just going at it, going back and forth, which kind of shows both teams need to like kind of step it up on defense. I think it was like both teams scored over 25 in that first quarter. That's like NBA type of stuff. You know what I mean? To do that in a 10-minute quarter as opposed to 12-minute quarter, that's like saying something. But now, the Sparks, they add Cameron Brink. And Cameron Brink adds a whole new dimension, man. Her rim protecting right now is how she helps immediately. And this adds a whole new dimension to what the Sparks are doing. Kelsey Mitchell for the Fever goes off. She's phenomenal. She's phenomenal at scoring the ball. Another 30-point game for her. 11 of 19 from the floor. Good shooting, good efficiency. There were some times there where, where it's a little bit too much shooting, made a couple of mistakes and so on. And those things are happen. I'm not going to go in on her game or go in her game right now. Because really, I'm really here to talk about the Sparks, who I'm really thoroughly impressed with right now. Kelsey Plum, my girl, man, did her thing again. She is continuing to figure it out. Another over 20 points, 11 assists. You know what I'm saying? To only 3 turnovers, excellent ratio. Kelsey Plum out there balling the hell out, man. Putting all the naysayers, haters. I don't understand anybody who's acting like the Aces wouldn't be better with Kelsey Plum. I think that's insanity. Kelsey Plum is not a cone on defense. Okay, there's a difference between someone being just bad at defense, as far as they don't put effort, they don't have the fundamentals, and being just small. I mean, she's just 5'8". So, most 5'8" people are not going to be like, I don't know, Cheryl Swoops on defense. That's not typically what you expect. But she's not a cone out there. Collectively, they can get better though. The Sparks as a team, they need to take that more on as their identity. But the one I'm really trying to talk about, y'all, listen, man. What I'm really trying to talk about is someone who needs to be considered more a face of the league is Rickea Jackson. Rickea Jackson was amazing again. 25 points, showing an array of skills that had me constantly like, God damn, yo, whoa, what the bruh? Like, I don't know what it is with a lot of you people who watch basketball and what you think. I guess, see, to me, what wows me, I guess, are scoring in ways that are difficult, or difficulty shots. Like, if you just think about what made Kobe Bryant amazing, Allen Iverson amazing, Michael Jordan obviously, but Jordan was so good he just made stuff look so easy that it just you couldn't necessarily see the degree of difficulty, right? He was just, But with Kobe Bryant, what sets him apart from a lot of other players that people are now trying to act like are better than him, I think he's the greatest difficult shot maker that I've ever seen. We talking about a turnaround and falling away from the basket, shots around the baseline, and all of those different things. That you say, what the hell? And Iverson had a very similar ability. And then when you also consider the fact that Iverson is 6 feet tall, if that, going amongst trees doing it, and Rickea Jackson has some of that, man. Rickea Jackson right now might be one of the best difficult shot makers that I've seen in the W right now. Her mid-range game is superb, sublime, okay? Her being at 6'2" with the length that she has, doing a turnaround, fall away, Dirk Nowitzki off 1 foot type stuff, man. Like, yo, this girl is amazing. And listen, I already know I'm going to probably offend 2 different fan bases here. One of them that I'm a part of, which is the Angel Reese fan base. I am a part of that fan base. Because without a doubt, I am. Okay? And then the Caitlin Clark fan base, which, y'all already know my relationship with them. Rickea Jackson is the most talented player from that rookie class last year. Did she blossom the fastest? Did she put it all together the fastest? No. But if you know how to identify substance and distinguish substance versus flash, if you know how to distinguish substance versus flash, which is very important, is a problem many of you don't know how to do, you'll clearly see what I'm saying. Your favorite player ain't doing turnaround, fall away jumpers, right? From the elbow. Turn around, fall away jumpers from the baseline. Getting caught, being right-handed, getting caught, right? Switching over, crossover, taking it all the way left-hand layup on a defender who's playing their right hand. Your favorite player ain't doing that shit. Now, maybe that ain't everything, but it all comes down to what you value in a player. Like many of us, we start to, it's amazing some of the things that we start to do, how we change the way we evaluate players in order to, go for our favorite. And for some of us, I don't know, people want to talk about ticket sales, or people want to talk about like how many people, is watching and changing and bringing eyes and the money. Okay. All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. But when was that ever over just flat out skills? When was that ever over skills? And then some on the other hand, whom I love, listen to me, man. Some of us are putting energy and motor over skills. Do we do that in the men's game? Let's keep it a buck, right? In the men's game, we love energy, we love motor, we love those things, right? If you look at the OKC Thunder, who's putting Dort over Shea? Nobody's putting Dort over Shea. We love Dort, and we understand that without Dort, they don't win either. Right? Nobody does that. Okay, so it's like similarly, I ain't gonna get into it. It's all right, but if you get my drift, you get my drift. Rickea Jackson will be the most talented. I think she has the biggest upside out of that. Now, we never know what's going to happen. Injuries happen, different things like that, right? Grant Hill was the best out of his draft by far, okay? Wasn't the number one pick, but he was the best by far. Injuries happened. There was a time when I thought Grant Hill was going to be, he would have been probably what LeBron is now, had he not got injured, for those who don't know. But that girl is fantastic, okay? We got, they got the Hamby, they got Azari Stevens, who all chipped in rather nicely right now. Sparks putting it together. They got one of the best momentums right now going, and I'm interested in seeing how this ends up, how this goes, man. I'm really interested in seeing how this goes. So the Fever, same thing, and of course y'all know I'm glad to see the Fever lose, of course, but I know how to take the fan hat off, because as a fan I don't like the Fever, but I know how to take the fan hat off and be objective and talk as well, and speak from that. I can speak from different hats, like many of y'all don't understand that, but I do have that ability to do so. And the Fever are an objectively good team who are contenders. So they will be part of the mix. And when Caitlin Clark comes back, she'll be part of the mix as far as playoff basketball. And, hey, man, it should make for a hell of some good playoffs, And I look forward to seeing all of it, my people. I look forward to seeing it all, man. And I'll get with you folks later. Peace out.